everyone, this is Sally and welcome back to another episode of Practical Organic Living. Today I'm going to give you a tour of our coop as well as give you an update on how our chicks are doing. It's been about 1.5 weeks since we brought them home. In the beginning of the pandemic last year, I had a casual conversation with a coworker. I learned that they started raising backyard chickens. Hearing her experience got me really interested in learning more about raising backyard chickens. When we first moved into the house a few years ago, Gordon had asked me if he could keep some chickens, but at that time I wasn't very interested in the idea. Why is that? I grew up in Taiwan. When I was really young, I remember visiting the countryside. And there I saw how people were, raising chickens. One thing that really stuck out was the awful smell of the chicken coop. So of course I don't want that in the backyard. What made me change my mind when I did more research about chicken coop is that there are practical ways to maintain a clean coop without the foul smell. And the first thing I looked into before the coop was an automatic door. Why? Because we go on vacations. And how would you let the chickens out if you're away from home? That's when I learned about the Omelette brand. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Omelette. Omelette is a company based in the UK, and I think their products are really great for people like us who want to keep just a small number of chickens in the backyard. Traditionally, most coops are made out of wood, but there are limits to that because it makes deep cleaning a lot more difficult and also more time-consuming. Also, you can't really just spray down with water because over time, the wood would probably break down and you would have to get another coop. This is the Omelette Igloo coop and it looks very modern. It's made out of 100% recycled plastics with steel framing. Next, I want to show you the back of the coop. So on the right hand side is the roosting area. And the roosting bars can actually be lifted to take out for cleaning. And this is designed where the droppings can just fall through to this slide out tray on the bottom where you can just easily, move the droppings to a compost bin. As we all know, chicken droppings are really great for fertilizing plants in the garden. And then also on the left-hand side is the nesting area. There's nothing in there right now, but once the chickens are ready to lay eggs, I will put some nesting materials in there. The coop also has good wall insulation and ventilation. That way it'll keep the chickens comfortable all year round. The other important factor to consider when raising backyard chickens is to keep your chickens safe from predators. This run is made out of steel and it's enclosed from the top to bottom, and this will help prevent aerial predators from attacking the chickens. We do have hawks in the area. Also, as you see, the steel mesh is pretty big, which will allow the mice to get inside. So I will most likely have to add hardware cloth at some point. Also, I want to show you that around the perimeters of the run, there are these anti-tunnel skirts right here. I also bought these stakes to secure the skirt in place. It makes it really easy and convenient because this will help prevent ground predators like possums or raccoons from digging through. Now let's go inside the chicken run. We have the standard 6x6 chicken run, and this is suitable for up to 4 chickens. If you have a bigger backyard and want to give your chickens more room, you can always buy more extensions from Omelette. Next, I want to show you the locking mechanism of the door. As you see, you actually have to lift up and then turn in order to open the door. The run has 2 sets of doors, and if I want to just feed something to the chickens really quickly, I can just open the top door. But if I want to let them out completely to other parts of the backyard, then I can also open the bottom door. All right, so this concludes the coop tour. And once the chicks are ready to go outside, I will give you guys another tour. Speaking of chicks, let's go inside and check how they're doing. Okay, we're now back in the house, and I want to show you guys how the chicks are doing. So apparently, Princess is actually a pretty common chicken name. So we decided to name one of them Princess. And this buff Orpington is Princess. And you can see it's been 1.5 weeks since we brought them home. And you can see like they're growing feathers in their wings. And also their tail feather has grown longer. And they definitely have increased in size. Okay, so let's put Princess down. Now this leaves us with 2 other chicks. So we decided to name one Elsa and the other one Anna. Now Barrock here has a very strong personality. She's very vocal. She likes to peep, and initially she was actually standing on the heating plate and just peeping a lot. So we decided to name this Barrock Elsa. And then our last one is the Silver Lace Wyandotte. So we decided to name her Anna. She's a little shy, you know, and she still is, but that's okay. And I think they have grown more friendly towards us. Now let's talk about my daily routine for maintaining the brooder. The first thing in the morning is I come and I clean out the very bottom of the brooder. I make sure I get all the poop out and replace the shelf liner with clean one. Next, I make sure they have clean water. I change out the water every day. And I also make sure that their feed is refilled when it's low. And very importantly, I also check that they don't have pasty butt, because if they have pasty butt, that prevents them to, you know, expel their poop properly, which can be a dangerous condition, and they can actually, you know, lead to death. So I also got some dried soldier flies from Grubby's, and they look like these. So because the chicks are still young, so what I do is I actually crush these before I feed them. And they love these treats, and they'll go crazy for it. So let me show you guys what they do. Chick, 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 chick. Chick, 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 chick. See how they love these treats? I don't want to give them too much right now because they're still young. The dry soldier flies has a lot of calcium, so just try to give them like 3 at a time, and no more than 6 a day for now. I stumbled upon a website called Fresh Eggs Daily when I was searching for a question regarding raising chickens. And that's when I learned about Lisa Steele. She is the author behind this book, Fresh Eggs Daily, which I do recommend. And in this book, she talks about how to raise a happy flock of chickens using natural methods, such as herbs and natural remedies. So I actually have already incorporated some of that into my daily routine. For example, I would add some apple cider vinegar into their water a few times a week. Another way of Another method I've already tried is putting some garlic into their water. What it does is that it boosts their immune system. And for the apple cider vinegar, it actually helps regulate their digestive system. It keeps the water clean, so there's no bacterial growth. It just does a lot of good things for the chickens. So I will continue to incorporate her techniques and methods into raising our own chickens. Thank you for watching, and I hope you find the practical tips we provided useful and inspiring for starting your own backyard chickens. And if you like the content of this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Bye!